But some news has came out and said that the Indiana Pacers are interested in OG Anunoby and Pascal Siakam. We talked about earlier in the show that December 30th is the deadline that the Toronto Raptors have set with Pascal Siakam for a extension. So if no extension comes out for Pascal Siakam or OG Anunoby after December 30th, that means they are more than likely going to be traded. As we know, they have registered interest from the Indiana Pacers. The Raptors are right now trying to decide what they want to do with the players, as they both will hit unrestricted free agency this summer. The Pacers have been rumored to be looking for upgrades after their run to the in-season tournament finale. The Indiana Pacers hope for a deep playoff appearance. The Pacers have not been to the playoffs since 2020. Now, for Toronto, they have given no indications on how they're leaning, but OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, and Gary Trent Jr., who's also a pending free agent, are players that seem to be most likely to be moved. However, the Raptors have indicated that they have no intention of a full-scale tear down or rebuild, that they would rather retool on the fly and build. The thing is that if they do trade Pascal Siakam, they will more than likely keep OG Anunoby, as they see him as a perfect fit next to Scotty Barnes. And he's a bit younger and he fits the timeline a bit better. Now, Gary Trent Jr., I think they would move just because they wouldn't want to pay him. And he doesn't provide, a multifaceted skill. We do know that the Pacers are also interested in Tobias Harris. So it does bring in kind of like an interesting situation. So Pascal Siakam this season, his three-point shot is not falling at all like it has in years past. He's shooting 24% from three, but he is shooting 50.7% from the field. And I've always liked Pascal Siakam. I've always thought he's great. He's like the poster child for what a point forward should look like. But if we're giving an honest assessment of Pascal Siakam, he's a guy who's, the agility, the speed, his athleticism are big parts of his size. So that's why I kind of get scared with Pascal, that like his prime will nosedive very quickly, as he's a lethal threat running the floor as a point forward. But the problem with him is that he can be inconsistent at times. Like his 3-point shot went from being somewhat consistent to a work in progress. It feels like he's a tireless defender, but as he gets older, will it be there? I mean, the guy won most improved player. He's a 2-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. He's 6'9" with like a 7'3" wingspan. Like, these are traits that you can't teach. But if I'm the Indiana Pacers, I'd rather go for OG Anunoby, Tobias Harris, because of availability is the best ability, they say always. Am I wrong on that one? And I just feel like you need to get someone who fits the timeline better. And I think OG and Tobias, who are younger, fit the timeline better than Pascal, who is closer to being on the wrong side of 30 than he is on the right side of 20. That's just my thoughts.